Gohan and his friends have been through many challenges together, from the darkness of the evil Gohan Black to the immense power of Jiren the Grey and the return of Frieza with the legendary Broly. It seems like challenges never stop for our heroes, who rise to the occasion every time. But their biggest challenge is ahead, as an evil wizard named Moro has escaped from his imprisonment by the Galactic Patrol, while Goku, Vegeta, and Majin Buu are taken by the Galactic Patrol to help them deal with the situation. Gohan gets ready on Earth, knowing that sooner or later, the battles will come for him. Beast Gohan returns now. Some time has gone by since the battles between Beast Gohan and Broly. Now the world has come back to peace, as Goku, Vegeta, and Broly continue to train and get stronger at Lord Beerus' planet. In order to integrate Broly into his new home on Earth, Gohan has reached out to android 17. 17 knows better than anyone what it's like to care for Earth, something he learned from 16. 17 and Gohan both see a lot of 16 in Broly. Those same kind eyes can be rarely seen in people. Broly and 17 work together as park rangers, and Broly loves every second of it. Even so, it can be dangerous whenever poachers attack, and Broly gets angry. 17 has had to save more than a few of those people he hates. Slowly but surely, his wrathful state comes under control, though it's tougher for him than even Super Saiyan. After all, no one else has this wrathful state, but there's plenty of people who can help him with Super Saiyan. His full power mode is really the issue. It's extremely powerful but so unpredictable. It reminded Goku a lot of that one Kale girl from the Tournament of Power. Gohan has been overseeing his stay on Earth. Pan loves hanging out with Uncle Broly because he is nicer than Uncle Vegeta. This actually makes Vegeta a little upset because he likes the girl. Either way, Gohan and Videl would often visit and bring her along. Broly was nervous to hold her at first, but with a lot of care, he realized just how cute she was. Sheila did too, and even commented on how cute it would be to have a baby one day. Broly ignored all these comments. The Moro arc, as it largely focuses on Goku and Vegeta, continues as per usual, although since they're both stronger, it means Moro has even more power to steal from them when the time comes. So, a quick recap. Moro was freed from the galactic prison, later using the Dragon Balls to wish to restore his power and free the galactic criminals. Goku, Vegeta, and Majin Buu arrive to help out, but his ki absorption abilities prove to be too much. They're left for dead. But Merus, an angel in disguise, takes Goku on to train in a hyperbolic time chamber, while Vegeta travels to planet Yardrat in order to learn of its secrets. In the meantime, Moro's forces arrive on Earth to destroy that which was most precious to Goku and Vegeta, but they don't expect to meet a beast. Goku, while training with Merus, fears that Gohan and Broly being on Earth may mean trouble, as they are the largest ki sources he knows. The galactic criminals caught Piccolo and the others by surprise as 7-3, Yunba, and Shimareka arrive. Piccolo is more powerful, and so he manages to keep his power from being taken at first, and he, Gohan, and Krillin arrive to the ground and fight. Piccolo in particular uses his stretchy limbs and giant form to defeat them, but there is one being stronger with weirder abilities than most. As he transformed from his giant form and into his regular-sized orange Piccolo, something grabbed him by the neck. OG 7-3. The powerful Piccolo kicked him away, but it was too late. 7-3's color became orange as he gained all of Piccolo's abilities. Sprinting towards him, he threw a punch that rocked everything around. Piccolo was sent flying into the fight between Yunba and Gohan, which Gohan was winning. The team fired a blast at 7-3 right before he reached them. 7-3 was severely damaged, but he began to regenerate. Piccolo commented on how he had no idea he was so annoying to fight. Even so, they had this in the bag. Piccolo tells them both to not allow themselves to be grabbed. It is then when Moro informs the criminals to return to him. However, only 7-3 remains. Moro does not care if his soldiers have been killed. What he cares about is the energy they will get. Goku and Vegeta are both training, and if they give them and this Gohan guy more time, then the energy he will get will be even more delicious. Without another word, 7-3 disappears back into the portal, traveling to Moro. Gohan is confused and asks Piccolo if this is over. Piccolo shakes his head. Something tells him they'll be seeing a lot more of them soon. They must prepare. While Goku and Vegeta train, Gohan gathers the other Z fighters and the Galactic Patrol on Earth. The battle will be fierce, but Gohan ensures that he will defeat them all. Thus, the galactic criminals eventually arrive back on the planet. Gohan turned to look at 7-3 as he united with Sagambo. Gohan, Piccolo, and Broly stood side by side. Alright gang, ready?
Right.
Let's do this! Every one of the Z-Fighters burst their auras open, surrounded by a golden hue. Beast Gohan, Super Saiyan Broly, Orange Piccolo, and the rest of the Z-Fighters rushed forward against their adversaries. Broly wrestled Yumba to the ground, while Piccolo and 7-3 both grew in size and tried to topple each other down. The Z-Fighters seemed to be winning, but 7-3 used everything he had against Piccolo, severely damaging him in the process, even using his portals to teleport behind Piccolo and grab his neck again. Piccolo fired a special beam cannon at him, and though he got his arm, it simply regenerated. Piccolo wasn't about to give up and did something crazy. He switched between giant and regular size forms to confuse and evade 7-3's attacks. 7-3 may have his powers, but not his experience. Piccolo uppercutted 7-3 as regular sized, only to switch into giant form and grapple 7-3. Gohan and Broly were ready for it. Piccolo grabbed 7-3, twisting him up and throwing him against a giant mountain. As 7-3 was sent flying, he saw the faint glow of Gohan and Broly. The two of them were charging a single powerful purple and green blast between them. This was the Omega Kamehameha. It is at this point where Moro enters the battle, 7-3's body laying before him as he reached out with the last bit of strength. Moro commented on how it was delightful to see that Goku has such a strong son, but if he's anything like his father, then this fight is already over. Gohan smirks, saying that he's nothing like him. For one, Goku probably went too easy on him. Moro was insulted, but before Gohan could act, Moro grabbed 7-3 and swallowed him whole. Gohan wasted no time in firing a blast at him. Moro simply opened his mouth and ate the blast. Gohan and Broly rushed towards him, but they're surprised by the lava magic from the ground. Little by little, Moro begins to drain everyone's power with magic, and Gohan can't do much about it as he's forced to evade every attack, but he has to keep fighting. He yells at Broly to hang back, otherwise things will get worse. Gohan did something special before this invasion of Earth. Remembering his training at the Kaioshin realm and the reveal that Majin Buu still had the Grand Kai inside him, he requested a meeting with the Kai. He wanted to train. He knew the Grand Kai was the one to trap Moro away the first time. Perhaps they could do it again. The training went well. Though Gohan didn't gain much power from it, he gained the ability to trap Moro. The Grand Kai had previously had to give up his divine power to use that technique, but Moro was so much stronger than before, it surely would take a lot more than that this time. The Grand Kai warns that it may not be enough to contain him though. He feared that Gohan will have to kill Moro. Gohan clenched his fist. He hated doing that. But if that was the only way to protect his home, then he would do it. Even so, he feared for the future of the planet. He made a request on King Kai and Whis to send out a message to allies around the universes. After all, this Gohan, unlike the one in the original story, has taken on to being this universe's protector and has made many allies along the way. He sent out a message to allies across the universes. They could use their help. He didn't know if any of them would come or if the message would reach any of them. He could only hope. Either way, we come back to the present as Moro and Gohan clashed, while Sagambo battled Broly. Sagambo is stronger thanks to Moro himself being stronger, and Moro powered him up. Even so, Broly completely overpowered him. Seeing Broly fight made Moro salivate, but he couldn't get away from Gohan. He continued getting some of his energy, but Gohan knew better than to let Moro get a second to breathe, so he beat him to the ground, avoiding his hand so his power couldn't be taken. The other Z-Fighters continued to battle and destroy the criminals. Some were getting overwhelmed, and Broly could see the power being drained from life itself. For a second, it seemed like he burst into his max power state, grabbing Sagambo by the face and slamming him against the ground. Did he do it? Did he control it for a second there? He was too scared to try it out again. But at the very least, Sagambo was defeated. This was getting bad. Gohan needed to end things once and for all. Gohan blitzed Moro, slicing him with his ki claws, but Moro flipped over him and grabbed the back of his neck. Gohan was too fast, however, and threw a ki construct in the form of something he lovingly referred to as a beast axe. This attack actually cut through Moro's arm. He screamed in pain, eyes red with anger, and Gohan jumped back to end things once and for all. Moro pushed himself towards Gohan, but the Saiyan moved his hand in front of him. Moro thought it was gonna be a simple ki blast, ready to absorb it again, but his heart dropped once he heard what Gohan said.
Kai Kai, Moro!
A beam shot towards Moro, and he started to distort and change, shrinking. This was the same attack the Grand Supreme Kai used against Moro thousands of years ago to seal him away. He was getting desperate, but it was taking too much out of Gohan to keep it up. He slowly started to blink in and out of his beast form, but Moro kept on shrinking until all that was visible was an eye. Could it be over? Gohan took one last breath as he pushed him in with all his energy, but he saw something zoom past him and to Moro, the hand he had previously cut. The hand reattached itself to Moro, and while the Z fighters cursed, Gohan said he could still hold it. He could still win, but he was getting shaky. He was losing power. Suddenly, Gohan was thrown back as the little ball that was Moro grew instantly back into the full villain. His mane is long and white, unlike before. Moro cackled as he looked at the palm of his hand, electricity flowing through him. This power, it was Gohan's power. The hand had previously touched the back of Gohan's neck, granting Moro beastly power. In a single aura explosion, Moro disintegrated a handful of his own men, and the Z fighters were severely hurt if they didn't get away. Broly and Gohan, the closest to the center, were very damaged and blown away by it. Moro didn't waste any time rushing in and dragging Gohan against the ground and appearing on top of them, taking their energy. Piccolo wrapped his arms around Moro, holding him back, but Moro simply created a key sword on his hand and sliced clean through Piccolo's. Moro continued beating on Gohan while Broly tried to protect him. He needed to contain his strength, he couldn't go all out, but as Moro continued to insult him, the planet, and Gohan, Broly's eyes went blank, pushing him back and slamming him against the ground, getting him in a combo he just couldn't get out of. This gave Gohan and Piccolo a chance to breathe, but they couldn't risk Broly losing complete control. But they didn't have to worry about that for long, as Broly's power slowly drained. He went from full power Super Saiyan back down to regular Super Saiyan. Even if Broly is stronger than Moro through the arc, Broly is one giant ball of ki for Moro to take. Broly promises Gohan to keep on fighting no matter what until he's finally broken down to his base form, drained completely. Moro punches him away, with Broly rolling off towards Gohan. Moro takes slow steps towards him. Piccolo tries to stand back up and do something, but he's blasted through the chest, landing by Broly.
Look, I you, just like your father, as I predicted. This is the end of the line. Thank you for all the power. Poor Gohan. No father, no master, no friends. All alone.
Gohan's not alone! A shower of ki blast hit Moro all at once from behind. A total rain that could have killed any lesser being. The Pride Troopers, Dispo, Topo, and Jiren arrived. They nodded Gohan, answering the call of justice was not just reserved for Universe 11. Another voice came from behind Jiren, a green Kaioshin appearing by his side. Zamasu concurred with Jiren's statement. Gohan couldn't believe he was there. Previously, Gohan stopped Beerus from killing President Zamasu and instead opted to reform him. All the fighters had learned so much from Gohan, it was time to pay it back. And at the front of everyone was his father, Goku. The fighters had received Gohan's pleas for help around the same time and arrived to help. Goku thanks Gohan for holding down the fort for so long. He knows it mustn't have been easy with all the power absorption Moro has, but it gave Goku more time to train with Merus. Gohan turned to see Merus nod at Gohan while he grabbed the hurt Z fighters out of there, including Broly and Piccolo. Now the fruits of that training could be unleashed. With a deep breath, Goku's hair changed from black into white. Goku, Jiren, Topo, and Dispo go towards Beast Moro. Gohan wants to join in, but he's way too hurt. Zamasu stops him.
Slow down now. You mortals are fragile beings, and we don't want to rush to your death, do we?
Zamasu places his hand over Gohan and begins to heal him. Gohan asks why Zamasu out of all people decided to answer the call. Zamasu says,
I see now. There are some mortals that do deserve punishment. He's one of them.
Goku, Ultra Instinct, and Jiren fight Moro. Goku's extremely difficult to hit and stronger than ever before. Jiren as well has gotten stronger since the last battle against Goku. Now that they can trust each other fully, their skills really show through. From the sidelines, Topo and Dispo fire attacks on Moro to allow Goku and Jiren to have openings. Even so, Moro's beast power is too much to handle. Even his aura is difficult to penetrate. He grabs Jiren by the face and slams him against Goku, ready to kill the Gray. But Dispo isn't about to let that happen, blitzing forward and saving Jiren, landing a few blows on Moro as well. Though surprised at first, Moro finally catches onto the Pride Trooper, tripping him. But as Moro was distracted with Dispo, Toppo took the chance to rush at him with a Justice Flash that sent Moro spinning into the air. Whenever you'd like to join us, Gohan, you're more than welcome to. I'm alright now, and I think I know what we can do to take him down. It's all about that crystal on his forehead. Toppo lands by Goku and Jiren. Moro's power explodes above them, but the warriors rush up at him, firing various blasts at the monster. They had to keep him in place. Gohan and Zamasu nod at each other. Their plan is to speed around the world as fast as possible, building up enough energy to strike Moro in the forehead. But can Zamasu keep up with Gohan's speed? Dispo chuckles. That's where he comes in. Without asking, he grabs onto Zamasu and begins running through the world by Gohan's side. Zamasu finds it disgusting to be used like this, but if this is the only choice, as long as my father and the others keep Moro in place, this should work. When I say so, Dispo, launch Zamasu. Zamasu, prepare your Keyblade.
Wait, launch who?
Now! Here goes my fastball special.
Wait a minute, you damn mortal! I didn't agree to! Ah!
Zamasu was launched at an incredible speed, pulling back his arm to create his purple Keyblade. At the same time, Gohan pulled his arm back to create his own silver blade. Goku and the others heard them incoming, easing on their key attacks and jumping back. Moro could barely see through the smoke, but he could sense something approaching him. He was angered, but it was too late as he blew the smoke away. The last thing he saw was Beast Gohan and Zamasu slicing his crystal in a giant axe. The speed was so incredible that the entire world was deafened for a few seconds. Zamasu and Gohan pant, smiling at each other as they land behind Moro. Was it over? Had they done it? There was a crack in the crystal, but he was still alive. They turn around to watch Moro slowly twitch and deform. What was going on? In the original story, Moro's body could not withstand Merus' angel power, but this Moro hadn't absorbed that power. Instead, he took Gohan's. Therefore, he is in no need to fuse with Earth. Instead, he was using the last bit of power absorbed by 7-3, Piccolo's. Jiren yelled at everyone to stop him, rushing towards him and grabbing onto his body, but he kept on growing giant. No one could stop him. Gohan, Goku, Zamasu, Toppo, and Dispo all grab onto Moro, while Jiren rushes upwards, generating enough ki to destroy Moro. But Moro's eyes flash red, and his head twitches to look at Jiren, firing a ginormous mouth beam that catches the hero by surprise, decimating his clothes as he hits the ground. Jiren was severely hurt, and Zamasu rushed to heal him. Moro, even larger than before, moves his leg to step on them both. It seemed like they were about to die, but at the very last second, Moro couldn't move his foot down. In fact, he felt his power slowly decreasing. He screamed in anger while Goku and the others force him to fall to the ground. They look at who stopped the step. It was Vegeta. Not only that, but he was taking Moro's power. The training he did at Yardrat had paid off. Having learned forced spirit fission already in Super Saiyan Blue, he was ready to get this joke over with. Even in his giant form, Moro is still agile, flipping back to his feet and kicking Toppo away. Vegeta tells everyone that they need to hold Moro down while he takes more of his energy. They need everyone for this. Merus, from afar, tells the Z Fighters that Goku, Gohan, and Vegeta need their help. Without a second thought and having been healed, Broly, Krillin, Orange, Piccolo, Yamcha, and the others rush to Moro. Piccolo grows in size, wrapping his arms around Moro to keep him in place as everyone else lands their strongest punches on him, trying over and over to crack the crystal. Slowly, it looked like it started to break. Vegeta continues to create a ball of everyone's ki, taking more and more of Moro's as well. Moro tries to shake everyone off, but Broly and Piccolo alone could hold him down. Moro fired a mouth beam that made some of the Z Fighters dissipate, becoming small once again. He spat out some blood. At least 7-3 had learned something from watching Piccolo fight. Growing larger and smaller could help him out, as he shook everyone else away. He needed to destroy them all. They didn't deserve the power they had. Gohan landed in front of Moro. All of the Z Fighters and allies around him, Goku, Vegeta, Merus, Broly, Piccolo, Jiren, Zamasu, etc. Gohan wiped some blood off his face. Vegeta said that the energy was nearly there, just a bit more. Gohan nodded at him, saying to use it when he's ready. Moro huffed and pushed himself forward. Gohan wasted no time and did the same, screaming out, "Leave my planet alone!" They were inches away from reaching each other, pulling back their arms. Goku looked at Vegeta. Was it ready? Come on! The last bit of ki they needed came flying to the ball of ki, expanding it multiple times. Who the hell did this ki belong to? Vegeta had no time to question it as he launched it at Gohan. He instinctively burst into his beast state the second the ball touched him, the roar of an Ozaru echoing through the world as both beasts punched each other in the face. The roar of an Ozaru as the imagery of it appeared from Gohan, some sort of Ki Ozaru. Goku was shook to the core. He couldn't believe it. That power was incredible, though it disappeared soon after. Their knees weak, they fell on each other, both completely out of power. Everyone held their breaths. Were they both gone? But Gohan slowly stood back up, hand still in a fist, and shot it straight up to the sky in victory. Shards of Moro's crystal falling from his fist. Though they punched each other in the face, Gohan was the one to reach the crystal with all his might. Every bit of ki into that punch. Moro underneath him evaporated, leaving no trace behind. Gohan had done it. He had finally won. Everyone runs to Gohan, cheering him on. Goku shoots him a thumbs up as the Pride Troopers and Zamasu smile next to him. He really was a hero. Broly lifted him up to the sky, hugging him in celebration, while Piccolo nodded at him. Margarita, the Pride Troopers' angel and the one who helped them arrive, teleported back. She didn't really understand why they wanted to help their adversaries, but it was hard to argue with Toppo's sense of justice. It could get quite annoying in her opinion. The Pride Troopers promised that this was just a temporary alliance, and that next time they will meet as rivals. Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Broly, and Piccolo promised to get stronger too. And Zamasu as well says his goodbyes to Gohan. Gohan tells him that he's very proud of him, but Zamasu ignores this, and tells him that it's a pleasure bringing justice to mortals who deserve it. It sounded a little terrifying as Zamasu made it clear that he still wasn't the biggest fan of the lot. And so, the day was saved by the the Z Fighters. Gohan looked at his fist. He was glad it was over, as that was the toughest battle of his life. It was hard to imagine there could be any more heights for him to reach. Gohan felt someone pat his back. It was his father. The two smiled at each other. He was thankful to have him there. He was happy to know that he could always count on his dad. But the sins of the father remained. An enemy lurks in the shadows, a being only a superhero could defeat. The story concludes. Next, what if Gohan went beast early? Thanks for watching everyone, I really hope you enjoyed this new episode of What If Gohan Went Beast Early. There's only one part left, but it's gonna be a lot of fun, so be sure to tune back in and check it out. And if you haven't already, be sure to check out my previous video, What If GT Goku Met Bardock. I put a lot of love into that one, I think it's one of my best ones so far. And if you wanna learn a little bit more about Dragon Ball, be sure to check out The Secret History of the Ginyu Force, the newest Dragon Ball Explained. Either way, shout out to the Patreons of the channel. BeastieMan420, Faisal Alsharef, Shaki Rush, Akko, Grim Shadow 227, Chris Banks, Giovanni Jimenez, Mark Plays, Zanos, D-Man for Life, KV, Hurt Fanfiction, Blaze9526, Crace PlayStation CK, Free Flow Highway, Jackie effing Chan, Mystic Angel, Shane K, Angel MR, True Lightning Striker, Squad 100, Ghost 1571, Lee Urquidez, Kaiser Jirachi, Jonas Paulus, Trentrals, D-Man Plays, Jim G, Jerome Foster, Saleo Paranjape, Keith Grimes, Celestia, and Samuel Randall. A huge thank you to all of you guys, and remember, by becoming a 3rd tier patron, you can get access to videos early when I get them done early. Anyways guys, be sure to look forward to the next part, which I'm writing right now, and until we meet again. See ya!